Emo is a pretty broad term these days. As genres continue to bend and break, broader terms such as emo can begin to refer to groups like My Chemical Romance and Pierce the Veil, to American football and sports, to Joyce Manor and Mom Jeans, to Little Peep and Juice WRLD. Basically, it's a bit difficult to pinpoint what is what, and pretty much anything can be anything. Emo Revival, however, begins to get a little controversial though, especially when people already have issues with calling acts like Peep and Juice emo, despite oftentimes having real emo influence and aspects in their music. Even with this in mind, there are still oftentimes bands that capture the nature of the emo revival almost perfectly. One of these bands is the trio, turned duo, turned trio again, known as Dads. These sparkly boys focus on the niche of emo rock that sounds incredibly twinkly, sad, calming, nostalgic, and happy at the same time. Their first record, American Radass, This Is Important, which was prefaced by their EPs, the Essential John Denver EP, Brush Your Teeth, and Brush Your Teeth Again, was released August 7th, 2012. The record starts off with the incredibly bouncy, if your song title has the word beach in it, I'm not listening to it, only to be followed by the equally, if not brighter, Get to the Beach. Between the two opener tracks, other songs such as Shit Twins, which we'll come back to in a second, and Growing Twerk, and the frankly goofy cover art featuring Hannah Montana, an Anarchy symbol, and an unlit cigarette that is way, way too long, Dads introduce themselves pretty early on as the band with a sense of humor. Off of American Radass, however, the standout track has always been Shit Twins. Giving off an incredibly heavy American football vibe, this slow ballad lasts just under 7 minutes, and what a 7 minutes that those are. The repetition of the guitar pattern flowing through the majority of the track gives the whole thing a very tranquil feeling, and something that you can just sort of space out to. Not much thought needs to be given to it, you just need to let the music play out its course. Slowly building in speed, the track continues to build up until about the 4th minute mark, when the tension is finally let loose, and is allowed to blossom. The track then comes around with the opening guitar pattern, and fades into the quick, energetic grunt work. Shit Twins takes up almost a third of the record. It's a long process, from beginning to end, but every part of it ultimately becomes one of the longest highlights on the record. Their Little Elephant performance of the song, accompanied by the usual drenched sweat that these sessions mysteriously always seem to have, just further puts into perspective the energy and passion that went into this track. The rest of American Radass is a similar experience, allowing for a lot of nostalgia-based whining vocals, upset lyrics, and high-tone guitar riffs. It's in their later projects, though, that they really improve. Just based off of the album art of their next EP, Pretty Good, and sophomore album, I'll Be the Tornado, you can immediately see the maturity that occurred between the records. This is also reflected in the music itself, and pretty quickly too. The album starts off with an acoustic track, which slowly works itself to a rock cut. The rest of the album follows a similar theme, still holding on to the sound that American Radass captured so well while improving exponentially, including more modern, harder, and alternative sounding rock, something that is heard incredibly well in one of the middle tracks, Soul Dear/Transitions. This cut starts off as something that sounds like it would be on an alternative Spotify playlist, and ends with more hard riffs than you expected it to go to in the first place. And again, this is something pretty consistent with the album. While still implementing the sound that got them big in the first place, they were able to move forward into more complex structures and ideas, and improve off of every single track. Other songs like You Hold Back and Sunburned Jet Wings are standouts as well, allowing for more slow and punk sounds respectively. And this is why I think that Dads is a perfect fit into the category of emo revival. They started out pretty strongly with one sound, but through their career were able to implement various aspects of various emo-associated music and sounds, building themselves up and making some killer records in the process. They announced their split in a Facebook post on June 8th, 2015, but despite not making any music as a group for 5, almost 6 years now, their pre-existing music has held its own on a great level. Just one reason why you should check them out. Yeah, and that was Dads. They're a very cool band. One of you guys recommended me to do a video on this band. Thank you to you again. I had a lot of fun writing this, even though I think I told you I would do this back in like November. So I'm sorry for the incredible wait. I did it. It took a minute, but I did it. Thanks a lot for continuing to watch the videos in general. The American Pleasure Club / Teen Suicide video I did a couple of months ago just hit 1,000 views recently. The Mom Jeans video I did also back in like November, I think, will probably also hit 1,000 views by the time this video goes up. Thank you for that. I hate that video. I did a really bad job on it, but nonetheless, thank you for watching it. Thanks for everything. Thanks for continuing to watch the channel, support. You guys have recently been sending a lot of stuff in the comments and my Instagram and my Twitter and everything, just sort of mentioning your enjoyment of the stuff, which I really enjoy. It helps motivate me. I love seeing it. So thank you guys, and I will continue to make videos that hopefully you enjoy. Now, until the next one, that is all for now. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, don't. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.